remind everybody that this meeting is being recorded, and if you wish to speak on an agenda item, please wait for an invitation from the board chair during that discussion. For comments on other school district matters, you may speak during the designated public comment period. Before speaking, state your name and keep remarks brief. Respectful conduct is expected at all times, and the chair may interrupt or end comments that are too long, off topic, inappropriate, or violate privacy rights. This is a school board business meeting held in a public setting. Thank you for your cooperation in keeping it professional and on track. Start off, I don't have an American flag.
I don't either.
Does that matter?
Nope. Envision the flag while we say the pledge.
Okay. Start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Very good. Let's move on to item number 2, which is to review and adopt this agenda.
Did we freeze up?
Yep.
You're back again.
Okay.
It was just the pledge, and we're reviewing the agenda.
What is that noise?
I move we adopt the agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a first and a second to adopt this agenda. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose? Perfect. Item number 3. The next agenda item is public comment. This is an opportunity for the public to share brief comments of no more than 3 minutes on matters not listed on the agenda. Legal issues and complaints should follow the grievance process outlined in Policy 1700. The board will not respond to comments during the meeting, as its role is to listen and consider public input rather than to engage in discussion. Do we have any public comment at this time? Very good. Moving on to our discussion and action agenda. First of which is to approve Sierra Burbank as a paraprofessional for the remainder of the 2025-2026 school year, pending background check.
I move that we approve Sierra Burbank as a paraprofessional for the remainder of the 2025-2026 school year, pending a background check.
Second.
Before we move forward with this, Mandy, will you just give us a few words about Sierra, why we're considering her at this time?
Yep. So Sierra is new to the area, but we are looking for a paraprofessional for our newest one-on-one student. One of our other one-on-ones moved over to him, but we are filling in with subs every single day right now to cover the other subs in the other kids in the special ed room. So we need this extra para to help Katie out with one of our one-on-one students. She has some early childhood background. She did a few classes in education when she was still in Utah, and we feel like she's going to be a good fit. She came in on Monday, got all of her paperwork, and did her fingerprints. And so we're just waiting for those to come back from the Department of Justice. Katie sat in on the interview with me, and she's young, but she's really excited to work with kids, so we think it'll be great.
Great. I'm really grateful that we can attract paraprofessional candidates in this day and age. So
yes.
Good job, Alberton community.
5 one-on-one kids. We have 5 that are full-time one-on-one right now. Plus we have 2 paras that are working full-time doing small groups with our 21 special ed kids that we have right now. And then we will be adding 2 to 5 more with evaluations this spring.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds like a huge program and a really, really strong, well-coordinated effort to take care of those kids. So good job.
Katie
All right. Well, we have a first and a
Soares
second.
is doing amazing. I just want to say that. And so if you see or hear of Katie Soares, please do a shout out for her. She's just doing a great job being a brand new teacher running this program.
Amazing. Yeah, we hired her, I think it was 2 years ago, midstream, and we knew from the get-go that she was going to be helpful. So
Mhm.
that's great. Glad
Yep.
for her evolution.
Yep.
All right, we have a first and a second to approve Sierra Burbank as a paraprofessional for the remainder of the 2025-2026 school year, pending background check. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose? Wonderful. Moving on to number 2, which is to adopt a resolution to classify the 2005 Chevrolet SLV half-ton truck as obsolete.
Chelsea, I don't know if
Mandy-
you want to touch on this. Just because you're the one that talked to the mechanic a little bit about what was going on. I did put in the sheet that shows upcoming things that are going to happen to that truck, that it's going to cost us more to fix it than it is like worth right now. So we've fixed it enough that we would like to at least look into possibly selling it and getting a little money out of it before we really are backwards in the truck.
I move we list it as surplus.
Second, that motion.
We have a first and a second to adopt a resolution to classify the 2005 Chevrolet SLV half-ton truck as obsolete. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 All those who oppose? Very good. Just as a curiosity on that, we would sell it, and is there any idea that it would need to be replaced at this time?
Well, right now, we're looking at selling the van, also possibly one of the Suburbans, and then that truck. What we're really looking for is maybe like a Chevy Traverse that would work for our driver's ed, because our vehicle isn't safety rated for driver's ed since it's older, that van. And so we're going to get a Traverse that then we can use for 1 or 2 people to take trips, those kinds of things, and still keep the big Suburban and the Excursion. And at this moment, we don't need to replace it, but I think it'll just be on that back burner. Our plowing isn't using that truck. We use it to haul things to town occasionally, but we can put that in the back of one of the Suburbans.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, on to item number 3, which is to approve Delaney Millard as substitute teacher, and she is currently a student teacher.
Yep, she just passed her halfway mark of student teaching, so she's available to sub now. I was going to hire her at the March meeting, but this week we have been struggling finding subs, so I'd like to just get her on now instead of waiting for the March meeting. She's doing an awesome job in kindergarten with Lauren Sharp, so we really enjoy having Delaney around and would like to be able to use her as a sub as needed.
That's great.
I move we approve Delaney Millard as substitute teacher.
Second.
We have a first and a second to approve Delaney Millard as substitute teacher. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 All those who oppose? Very good. Moving on to number 4, seems like a significant one. A discussion on a possible new health insurance plan for 2026-2027 coming from Bridge Health.
So we were going to hold off on this. Chelsea and I were for a year, just with everything else going on. And because we've got a 2-year contract with the teachers, this Bridged Health is the statewide for school employees. And they ended up getting over 200 school districts, and almost 20,000 school employees are part of this program. So John Dornan, who's in charge of this, reached out to us, and the savings is decent, like 6 to 8% across all of our boards. Plus, we've had some major issues with United. They canceled us without any notice. They've been a fight to get back on. They've been a fight to get Chelsea's name on there, and just struggling. A lot of teachers are saying their providers aren't covered under United. So we want to open it up. I was going to talk to the teachers about it also on Tuesday at our board meet, or at our teachers meeting. I wanted you guys to see I sent you the proposal that was attached. Did everybody get that? Yeah, and so it would be the second largest in the state of Montana, obviously behind, the state employee system, and it gives Alberton more opportunities for lower rates and more options for different health plans as well. We could also look at having a health savings account built because we're going to save so much money and kind of put that in for teachers to have. So then that's going to be a benefit to them as well.
Is this the program we had before United Health the
Nope.
year before? Okay.
Nope, that was Must, and Must is going by the wayside. Must was a for-profit health insurance provider, just like United is. This is not. And so this is in a trust, and we've already got $50 million from the state that was legislation was passed for that. So that's already sitting there. So that's covering all administrative costs and upstarts. And then we'll run for the next 5 years off of that as we're building that trust.
Is there incentive? I mean, I know our current benefit package is all teachers have their benefits taken care of, but is there a benefit to the district, whether it's cost or not, for if anybody opts out because they have insurance through other means to save the district money? Is there a mechanism under that?
I know, Pat, that you've talked about that, but that wouldn't be through that health insurance form. I think that would be a board decision to have to make that if we wanted to have that. For example, we pay $10,900 for every employee. I don't take it. Could we offer a benefit for those that are not taking the insurance in the forms of some kind of health savings account or something like that? That would be a board decision to make that decision that we could talk about.
And then I did know, brought this up, apparently for some employees that declined health insurance, we have still been paying United Healthcare for those people.
Chelsea's working on getting that all cleaned up right now with you. Again, United has been awful.
A mess.
They're not matching what we have, and Chelsea being new to the program, Mary Mueller's been in here a ton helping with that. And so we're trying to figure out how to reimburse employees that weren't paying, and then through the health insurance or that we're paying that weren't supposed to be. And so it's a work in progress.
I don't think the employees, because that just shows that what was on there, I think the district would get that money back.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, but that would be if that's multiple employees. I mean, that's a lot of money back to the district potentially, which would be fantastic. Mana from heaven.
Yeah. Can I speak on this for a minute, Mandy?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so Mary has been helping me. She's putting together a spreadsheet right now. The discrepancies is that what United Healthcare shows as our cost to them per employee is about $30 to $20 less than goes to our broker. And then the bill we were getting shows a completely different number. So it was 3 systems that are not matching up, and no one can agree on a price that it was supposed to be. So that's why Mary took on, she said, I can handle this for you. I've got other things I'm trying to do. So she's putting together a spreadsheet so that we can say, okay, this is what you owe us back because we've overpaid. I already went in and corrected everyone's health insurance based off of what our broker said is the amounts to come out. So that is now up and running accurately. So no one else should be charged that had declined the service previously. So that's all cleaned up on our side. It's now just making sure we're not continuing to pay United Healthcare for services we've already paid for or overpaid for. And I guess that's been my frustration with them is they knew they were getting overpaid and they didn't reach out. They didn't do anything. They didn't even have our mailing address. So I've never seen anything from them. It's been a little
chaotic,
but we're working on it. Sloan and Steady, me and Mary are.
Love it. Thank you for the update.
Mm-hmm.
So is this an action item? Do you need us to say go forward, or you're just giving us a heads up?
I think I want you to just give us an action that you're giving us permission to open it with the with certified and classified employees to take a look at it.
I would make a motion that the board allows the district to explore this option and present it for employees, especially if it is in the best financial interest of the district and our employees.
Second.
We have a first and a second to move forward with exploration and discussion for possible new health insurance plans through Bridge Health for the 2026-2027 school year. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those who oppose?
Bridged Health is also connected to Allegiance, which is in Missoula, so it would be right here. They are providers of 100% of the hospitals across the state and 99% of the physicians across the state. So like I had said, a few of our staff members are having to change doctors or not be able to get paid out for their doctors. So they were pretty excited about that possibility too. So wanted to throw that in there. So I'll keep you guys posted on that.
Great.
Yeah. And then the last thing I would like to just figure out our March board meeting so we can get on the agenda. Gary said the 19th, 23rd, or 24th worked for him. Those work for Pat as well. And I just sent a message to Karina and Nicole to check. So I don't know what that looks like for you. That's going to be my evaluation.
So we're looking at Thursday the 19th or Monday, Tuesday the 23rd, 24th?
Yes. Yep.
Schedule. I should be pretty available for all those.
Okay. I'll wait and hear from the girls then, and then I will send out a message to all of you which one works the very best, if that's okay.
Yeah. My preference would probably be the 24th, just to keep it on that Tuesday, but
Yep.
I can work with all those. It's totally fine.
That sounds great. Okay. And you all got Gary's email and my response to Gary's email this morning, Gary Gagliardi. And so we're clear
Thank
there. We also got a letter from the Mineral County Attorney's Office that Gary had inquired about doing the annexation and what he needed to do with the county. And so the county sent him a letter back that he would need 20% of the voters through a petition. And then they've heard nothing back from him, but I have that letter on record that I'll share out with you guys at the March board meeting.
Did he go to Missoula County as well, or Mineral, because they handle the election for our district being a joint school district?
Only gotten one from Mineral County. So I don't know if he's gone to Missoula or not because I haven't gotten a letter from them. But he went in December. It was December 10th that he went there and inquired about getting it on the election ballot. And so they sent him the code that the district has to ask for that, and that 20% of the voters have to petition for that as well. So he's got that information from them. So Mary told us that no, it is not going on the ballot this year because neither of those things have happened.
And how many voters do we have in 59820? It's like 1,100 or something like that.
Yeah, that I don't know the
Something.
number, but I could find that, yes, before our March board meeting. So just know that that's still part of his thing right there. So
And if the county explained, we have to ask for it, then it has to go for petition,
yes,
and then it's 20%.
yes,
And if I understand what has been explained to us by our legal counsel, the same would have to happen in Missoula or in Frenchtown's district, I imagine. Or
Yes.
is he asking to merge with Superior? I guess.
well, I don't know that because I haven't seen formal paperwork. So I just wanted
Okay.
that on your record.
So
I don't know
that would
if
be-
March it will
that
be
would be-
coming up again.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. And I think that's all I needed. So if the girls can do the 24th, we'll do the 24th of March for our board meeting. And if not, but I'll let you guys know either way. And so we should be good to go. Ray, you give them all the evaluation forms, or how do they get copies of that evaluation to do my evaluation?
Previously, the clerk has sent that out.
Okay.
So
Prize
if
Chelsea.
you want me to put it out in an email, I sent you that one that I had. So if
Yep.
that one's good,
Yep.
but I just want to make sure that I've got a vetted copy of that evaluation, so we can distribute it. So just let me know how you prefer to move forward with that.
Yep, that looks good to me. Chelsea needs a copy of it anyway, so I'll get her the one you gave me, and so we can get it formally sent out to all the board
Yeah.
members. Okay,
Perfect.
okay.
And just to be clear, that that evaluation form is one that we have used in the past. So
It looked pretty standard, so I didn't have any questions on it when I went through it. So thanks for sharing it with me.
you bet.
Looking forward to that discussion in March.
Likewise. And in the past, we've also kind of left it up to the people being evaluated as to whether or not you want to go into a closed session for that, or just have it all aired out in the public forum. So I'll wait to see what's on the agenda.
Okay.
And at that point, I'll understand your wishes.
I didn't know that since it was personnel, I thought it had to go into closed session.
No, it's the option of the person.
Yep, so it's your choice.
Well, I guess I
And
want to know if it's going to be good or bad before I say it can be open.
We've had it both ways, and I do think that I think the closed session is probably where I personally would be comfortable with it. But you know, we had another administrator in the last few years that was just like, nope, let's just do it all in the open, and so I guess
like
it's all the
the
same
closed
to me.
session because we really just get to have big conversations across the board everywhere. And then if personnel comes up on other options, you know, with other people, then we're not having to freeze and those kinds of things if we're dealing with staffing stuff too. So I prefer closed session myself, this first one, and then go from there.
Okay, that's
Okay.
great.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, thank you all for meeting this morning so we could get that hired. It was just really important for Katie to have that person before the end of March. And so I appreciate you all meeting today so we could get Sierra on board. So our special ed program will keep running well.
Yeah, that
move
special
to
ed. Go ahead.
I think he said, did he say to adjourn? No, I don't know what he said.
I think that's where he's heading.
Okay. Okay. So yeah.
The text message about the dates.
Gary, did you make a motion to adjourn?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I second the motion.
All right, we have a first and a second to adjourn this here meeting. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you.
All right, everybody. We will see you in
Aye.
March.
Have a great rest of your day, guys.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.